Jason, 0-0 heading to New Zealand, everything to play for. You're confident that you can go over to a very difficult place to play and get a win?
Yeah. I think all our games with Wellington this year have been very close and decided by, just moments, own goals, penalties, what have you. So I think it would be naive, I think, if they were to think it's going to be, a straightforward win for them just because they're at home. I know we definitely don't think that's the case. And going off this game here, it was tight again, another tight affair, as a semi-final typically would be. But yeah, I believe in this group, and I just know that going over there, it's going to be a different type of game, with a lot on the line. I think we have the players that are up for it. I think we have the quality in the squad, and I think we're going to show up on the day, to be honest. So, I'm very confident going over there.
The last two times you've been over there to Wellington, you dropped a win in the last 5 minutes of the game, and then the own goal the last 5 minutes. It's been late goals, which have killed you in Wellington. How do you, and it's been the story of the season all year, both for and against, late goals in your games. I guess, how do you have this game wrapped up before the 85th minute, so you don't need to worry about, what happens in the last five?
Yeah, you're right. It's been the story of the year, dropping points late on in games, and been I guess, an Achilles heel of ours. Something we've tried to rectify over the year, and it's been something that's been a little problem for us. But like I said, it's a semi-final, it's a second leg, it's a different type of game, and I don't really think history or the prior encounters really come into it. I think if that's on your mind, you're already behind the eight ball, so to speak. So that's in the past for us. We know what we need to do over there, and I think by focusing on our process, on what we want to do and how we want to play our football, that will get us over the line. Not necessarily before the 85th minute or 90th minute or 95th minute. I think just focusing on that, and it doesn't matter if it goes to 90, 120 like it did with Melbourne City here. I think we showed that if we keep a good focus and just keep trying to play our way, I think that holds us in a good stead to get the win and get us in the grand final.
They're talking about a sellout over there. How do you shut the crowd out?
Not really something you worry about, I think. We've had plenty of games here with big crowds, and there's a big crowd on the weekend, big crowd in the game against Melbourne City. It's something that, I hope for them, if they want to rely on that as getting them over the line, that's fine. For us, I think it's something that we're going to thrive off and enjoy that atmosphere, enjoy that hostility, enjoy, trying to spoil the party, and going to embrace it, really. I do hope it's a sellout. It will be really good for the game and for Wellington as well. They've had a great season. They deserve to have a big crowd over there, and I hope a lot of our fans travel over as well, to bring some support for us. But I think it's just going to be a great occasion, and the more fans that come to the game, the better.
It's a bit of a storyline that they're the fairy tale type team. Do you embrace sort of being the villains, or do you lean into that role at all?
I guess if we're seen as villains, that's fine from the outside or from their side. They've had like I said before, they've had a great season, and they really took everyone by surprise, I think, in how they took care of themselves, over the year. They maintained, being consistent and getting points, home and away. So they deserve to have this game, this second leg, in their stadium, and hopefully it is a big crowd for them. But we're not really worried about the storyline, and if we're the villains, That's fine. It's good to be the villain sometimes.
Well, Jason, as you were saying there, do you think Melbourne Victory is a side that you're a club, I guess, also that is well suited to going into hostile environments, because you are used to getting the opposition's best shot because you're Melbourne Victory. You get that. You're used to going into opposition grounds and against fans that don't like you because you are Melbourne Victory. Is this a case wherein a club like Melbourne Victory is better suited to being the bad guys than maybe a lot of the other clubs around the A-League because you're already used to that moniker?
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there. Normally when we go to away environments, especially, the bigger rivalries, in Adelaide and Sydney and Melbourne City, when it's here, we're already the villains, so to speak. A lot of the league already has a level of disdain for us. So I think, like I said before, I really do hope, it's a big crowd and they do have a lot of fans, because I think that's something that I we'll feed into. I think it's something that will be good for us and something we're already used to in a way. So, I think it's not going to be a problem for us.
The back four heading into this game, as you said, it's just been moments that have beaten you in the previous games against Wellington. They've both been off set pieces as well, a penalty and a free kick. You haven't actually conceded in open play against the Knicks now in 4 games. Does that give you in the back four, and I guess Paul as well, a lot of confidence heading into this game?
Yeah, definitely. 2 own goals and a penalty is it's hard to sort of look back at that and swallow that that's the way we conceded our goals against them. But I mean, that's football, it happens. It's something we take a lot of confidence from, and all year really. I think especially Roderick, Damien and Paul, they've been really, I think, the mainstays, the foundation that we've built our defence off. And these last 2 games especially, they were brilliant. Melbourne City, obviously, Paul had an outstanding game, but I think everyone really showed up there. But especially this last game as well, I think defensively we were really solid. We really limited Wellington to few chances, if any. I don't think really Paul really had too much to do, and I think it speaks a lot about the players that they are, and the players everyone in the squad really. I think we defended really well against Wellington this last game, and then have so in most of the encounters. I think except for the last away encounter where I think we didn't play too well specifically. The 2 prior to that, and this game on the weekend, I think defensively we've been sound against them. So. Not to take that for granted. I think they do have a lot of weapons in attack in Costa and Ben Old as well, and Kraev and Zavada when he comes on. They have weapons that they utilise to their strengths, and they can be very dangerous. That's something we're aware of, and we have to keep in the back of our minds. But I think we're very confident going over there that we can shut them out and do a good job again defensively.
How can you create more chances at the other end, more clear-cut chances?
Yeah, that's the big question. They defend in a very tight, low block. Have a lot of bodies in the box. It's hard to break down, and that's something that we need to figure out. And it's something they've done well all year. To be honest, they've defended well, and they have their mindset on. We defend well and sort of hit you on the counter, let you guys get a bit frustrated, get ill-disciplined, and we'll strike when you're sort of out of structure and a bit all over the place. So it's something we're aware of as well. I think the important thing against Wellington is keeping your discipline, is staying focused and not getting too frustrated, because it's gonna take time to sort of break them down. They are very well structured, and they're really hell-bent on getting a lot of bodies in the box and sort of limiting opportunities to have clear opportunities on goal. But like I said before, I think we've worked on it in the past weeks, and we're working on it again this week in trying to create opportunities and trying to find ways to break them down or draw them out or move them around. I think it's going to be a case of, again, that we're going to have to be patient and just believe that what we're going to do is eventually an opportunity will come, and it's just about taking that opportunity.